Have you ever heard of a place on Earth where ships and planes seem to vanish into thin air? A mysterious, watery graveyard that has swallowed countless vessels without a trace. Welcome to the heart of one of the world's most enduring enigmas, the Bermuda Triangle. For decades, this stretch of the North Atlantic Ocean, roughly bounded by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico, has captured our imagination. It's a place where the laws of physics seem to bend, and reality itself feels a little off. The stories are legendary, from the USS Cyclops, a massive U.S. Navy cargo ship that disappeared in 1918 with over 300 crew members, to Flight 19, a squadron of 5 U.S. Navy bombers that vanished during a routine training exercise in 1945. Even the rescue plane sent to find them disappeared. No wreckage, no distress calls, just silence. What is happening out there? Are there portals to another dimension? Is it the work of unknown sea monsters, or perhaps extraterrestrial collectors? These are the thrilling questions that have fueled countless books, documentaries, and late-night discussions. The sheer volume of incidents is staggering. One moment, a pilot is reporting calm seas and clear skies. The next, their radio cuts out, and they are never heard from again. It's the stuff of nightmares, a real-life mystery that seems to defy all logical explanation. But to truly understand the legend, we have to look at how it began.
The term Bermuda Triangle wasn't even coined until 1964. Before that, these were just isolated, albeit tragic, maritime incidents. It was writer Vincent Gaddis who first connected the dots in an article for a pulp magazine, creating the sensational narrative of a deadly triangle that we know today. His work was then popularized by authors like Charles Berlitz in his 1974 bestseller, The Bermuda Triangle, which sold millions of copies and cemented the myth in the public consciousness. Berlitz's book was a cocktail of fact and fiction, blending genuine disappearances with embellished tales and even outright fabrications. He proposed wild theories, from strange magnetic anomalies to leftover technology from the lost city of Atlantis. The public was hooked. The idea of a paranormal hotspot on our own planet was simply too tantalizing to ignore. But how much of it is true, and how much is just a good story? Let's put on our investigator hats and dive into the facts. Scientists, oceanographers, and even the U.S. Coast Guard have a very different perspective on the Bermuda Triangle. And spoiler alert, it doesn't involve aliens or sea monsters. One of the most compelling scientific explanations lies in the unique and treacherous geology and weather of the region. First, let's talk about the Gulf Stream. This is essentially a massive, powerful river within the ocean, flowing right through the triangle. It can reach speeds of up to 5 miles per hour. For a small boat or a downed aircraft, this current is strong enough to carry away debris far from its original location in a very short amount of time. This could easily explain why wreckage is so rarely found. By the time a search party arrives, the evidence could be hundreds of miles away, scattered across the vast Atlantic. Then there's the weather. The Caribbean Atlantic area is notorious for its violent and unpredictable storms.
Hurricanes can form with terrifying speed, whipping up monstrous waves and gale-force winds that can overwhelm even the largest ships. But it's not just hurricanes. The triangle is also prone to rogue waves, colossal solitary waves that can reach heights of over 100 feet, far larger than surrounding waves. These are no myth. They have been measured by satellites. A wave of that size could snap a supertanker in half like a twig, leaving little to no time for a distress call. Imagine a wall of water the size of a 10-story building appearing out of nowhere. It's a terrifying and very real danger. But what about the planes? Weather can affect them, of course, but there might be another, even more bizarre explanation hiding beneath the waves: methane gas eruptions. The ocean floor in this region contains vast deposits of methane hydrates. These are ice-like crystals of frozen methane. If the seabed temperature rises even slightly, these hydrates can rapidly destabilize and erupt, releasing a massive bubble of methane gas. What happens if a ship is sailing over one of these eruptions? The gas dramatically lowers the density of the water. Suddenly, the water can no longer support the ship's weight, and it could sink in seconds, straight to the bottom without warning. If this gas cloud erupts into the atmosphere, it could create a pocket of air with very little oxygen. For an aircraft flying through it, this could cause its engines to stall, or even create a fire hazard, leading to a catastrophic and sudden plunge into the sea. This theory provides a plausible, natural explanation for the seemingly instantaneous disappearances, and we can't forget simple human error. Many of the incidents, when investigated closely, reveal a series of unfortunate but very human mistakes. Take Flight 19, for example. The flight leader, Lieutenant Charles Taylor, was new to the area and had a history of getting lost. Radio transcripts, though garbled, suggest his compasses were malfunctioning, and he mistakenly believed he was over the Florida Keys when he was actually far out to sea. He became disoriented and tragically led his squadron in the wrong direction until they ran out of fuel. The rescue plane that vanished, a Martin Mariner, was nicknamed the Flying Gas Tank because it was known to have a dangerous buildup of fuel vapors. It's widely believed that it simply exploded in midair. So when you strip away the sensationalism, the Bermuda Triangle starts to look less like a paranormal vortex and more like a perfect storm of challenging conditions. It's one of the most heavily trafficked shipping and flight lanes in the world. With more ships and planes, statistically, you're going to have more accidents. When you combine that high traffic with extreme weather, a deep and powerful ocean current, and unique geological hazards, you have all the ingredients for tragedy and mystery. The U.S. Coast Guard, the people who actually have to perform rescues in this area, are quite clear on their stance. They officially state that the Bermuda Triangle does not exist. They recognize that the region has its share of disasters, but they attribute them to the known physical and environmental factors, not to anything supernatural. They point out that, in their experience, the number of incidents in this area is not proportionally higher than in any other similarly trafficked part of the ocean. So is the mystery of the Bermuda Triangle solved? For scientists and skeptics, the answer is largely yes. The combination of natural phenomena and human fallibility explains most, if not all, of the famous cases. But for many, the legend persists. The idea of the unknown, of a place where our world touches something else, is a powerful and enduring part of our human nature. The stories of the Bermuda Triangle are a reminder of the raw power and mystery of the natural world. They teach us humility in the face of the ocean's might and the sky's unpredictability. While we may have debunked the aliens and the Atlantean crystals, the truth is, in some ways, even more awe-inspiring. We live on a dynamic and sometimes dangerous planet where rogue waves can rise from a calm sea and the very ground beneath the ocean can erupt. Perhaps the real legacy of the Bermuda Triangle isn't the mystery itself, but the curiosity it inspires in all of us to look at our world and ask, what if? It encourages us to explore, to question, and to seek answers, whether they lie in the stars or deep beneath the waves. The legend lives on, not as a paranormal fact, but as a fantastic story that continues to challenge our understanding of the world around us. Thank you so much for joining me on this journey into the heart of the mystery.